Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Yellowstone's Beth and Rip spinoff encounters its first big problem. Beth and Rip's love story will continue in a spinoff after the Yellowstone Season 5 finale, but a potential legal battle already poses hurdles to its development. It may take some time to introduce the latest addition to Taylor Sheridan's neo-Western universe to audiences. Beth and Rip have a promising Yellowstone spin-off story after the Season 5 finale. The couple bought a ranch in Dillon, Montana, after Case sold the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch to the Broken Rock tribe, restoring the land to Montana's indigenous people. While Yellowstone audiences had mixed reactions to the Yellowstone Season 5 finale, considering its circumstances, it was largely acceptable. Case and Monica returned to their home at East Camp, which Thomas Rainwater deeds back to the sixth-generation Dutton and his family. It also laid the groundwork for their following chapters. Case, Beth, and the cowboys bid farewell to John Dutton, i.e., with his daughter promising and succeeding to avenge his death. Which stories will continue is unclear, except for Beth and Rip's, thus far. So hopefully their story doesn't experience the same lag as Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2. A report just days before the Yellowstone Season 5 finale announced a Yellowstone spinoff starring Beth and Rip. The report confirmed that Kelly Reilly and Cole Hauser would continue their characters, respectively. The series will reportedly share the most DNA with the flagship Yellowstone series. It occurs in the present day, adjacent to Yellowstone, and the developing spinoff starring Michelle Pfeiffer called The Madison, which shifts the focus away from the Dutton family. While rumors existed that Beth and Rip would continue the saga with Yellowstone Season 6, the report further muddled the clarity of the franchise's continuation. Following the Yellowstone Season 5 conclusion, the picture of Beth and Rip's story is more explicit. After her brother decides to sell the ranch, the couple's story will continue on Beth and Rip's ranch in Dillon, Montana. Beth bought the ranch, where her husband could continue life as a ranch foreman and cowboy, and where Beth could get away from the noise. Following flashbacks in Yellowstone Season 5, Episode 10, it looked like Beth and Rip's story could continue in Texas, but the finale confirmed the Montanans would instead plant roots in a remote area of their home state. While the potential for Beth and Rip's spin-off story creates exciting new possibilities, its development creates legal hurdles for the networks with stakes in distributing the Yellowstone stories. In the report, sources reported that while another Yellowstone season wasn't out of the question, production elements of Beth and Rip's story were more appealing. Namely, creating a series independent of the mothership would allow Paramount Network's parent, Paramount Global, to keep the show within the company's network. In contrast, Yellowstone has a pre-existing streaming deal with Peacock, barring Paramount Network from streaming Kevin Costner's series on Paramount+. A new report from Puck confirms that the debate between Yellowstone Season 6 and Beth and Rip's spinoff could trigger a legal battle with Peacock. Ultimately, legal battles will come down to whether Beth and Rip's show can distinguish itself from Yellowstone Season 6 to prove that it isn't just a continuation of the main show. Confirmed developments about the series suggest proving clear differentiation might be difficult for Paramount Network. Beth and Rip's show will include other original Yellowstone main characters and use the Yellowstone series name in the title. Still, Paramount could pivot to avoid a legal battle. The Puck report suggested that Peacock's parent, NBC Universal, would fight Paramount if they claimed exclusive rights for Paramount Plus to stream Beth and Rip's show, barring Peacock from doing the same. While NBCU has yet to take legal action, potential battles could tie up the Beth and Rip spinoff's development, stalling it at one of the earliest stages. Therefore, audiences may have to wait a while before seeing more of Beth and Rip's ranch in Dillon, Montana, since a battle for streaming rights between Paramount Plus and Peacock would prevent the show from establishing a strong creative direction, delaying its production. When it was first announced that Yellowstone's Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler would headline their own spinoff, fans of the juggernaut Western drama were ecstatic. After all, the fiery, unrelenting Beth and the steadfast, stoic Rip have long been considered one of television's most compelling power couples. Their intense dynamic, forged in fire and tempered by years of hardship, seemed ripe for deeper exploration. However, as production gears up, the project has encountered its first major hurdle, and it's a problem that threatens to derail not just the spinoff, but also the integrity of the character's story. The problem of scope. The issue at the heart of the spinoff lies in determining its narrative scope. Yellowstone's central appeal has always been the sweeping landscapes, political power plays, and intricate family drama that take place against the backdrop of the Dutton Ranch. The show thrives on an ensemble cast, with characters weaving in and out of various storylines that collectively create a rich tapestry. A Beth and Rip-centric spinoff risks narrowing the focus too much, potentially alienating viewers who have grown accustomed to Yellowstone's sprawling world. How do you condense the grandeur of Yellowstone into a story that revolves around just two characters? More importantly, how do you do so without diluting the essence of Beth and Rip? Their love story, while central to their arcs, is not their only defining characteristic. Beth's ruthless business acumen and Rip's quiet loyalty are deeply tied to their roles within the broader Yellowstone narrative. Stripping them from that context could flatten their complexity. Setting the stage. Another major challenge is deciding where and when this spinoff takes place. The timeline of Yellowstone is already intricate, with flashbacks and time jumps adding layers to the story. Would the spinoff explore Beth and Rip's early years, delving into how their bond was forged amid tragedy and resilience? Or would it pick up after the events of Yellowstone's main storyline, charting their journey as they navigate life beyond the Dutton Ranch? Both options present difficulties. A prequel runs the risk of retreading familiar ground. Fans have already seen glimpses of young Beth and Rip's tumultuous upbringing. Expanding on those moments might feel redundant, especially if it fails to offer fresh insights. On the other hand, a continuation could conflict with Yellowstone's unresolved threads, leaving viewers confused about the broader timeline. Without careful planning, the spinoff could become a narrative quagmire. Balancing tone. One of the hallmarks of Yellowstone is its tonal balance. The show seamlessly transitions from gritty realism to poignant emotional beats, often punctuated by moments of dark humor. Beth and Rip are emblematic of this tonal duality. Their scenes oscillate between raw vulnerability and sharp, biting exchanges. Capturing this dynamic in a spinoff requires finesse. Leaning too heavily into one aspect of their relationship, be it the romantic, the combative, or the tragic, could upset the equilibrium that makes them so compelling. Furthermore, the spinoff's tone must distinguish itself from Yellowstone while remaining true to its roots. Striking this balance is no easy feat. A misstep could result in a show that feels either like a pale imitation of its predecessor or a disjointed departure from the world Taylor Sheridan has meticulously crafted. Casting doubts. While Kelly Reilly and Cole Hauser have become synonymous with Beth and Rip, their participation in the spinoff raises logistical and creative concerns. Both actors have expressed deep attachment to their characters, but committing to a new series is no small ask, especially given the grueling demands of filming. If either were unable to reprise their role, the spinoff would face an uphill battle convincing fans to accept recastings, an almost unthinkable prospect given the indelible mark Reilly and Hauser have left on the roles. Even with the original actors on board, sustaining their chemistry across an entire series presents its own challenge. Beth and Rip's relationship is compelling partly because of its intensity. Stretching that intensity over multiple seasons risks diminishing its impact, turning what was once electric into something overly familiar. The legacy question ***. Perhaps the most significant obstacle facing the Beth and Rip spinoff is the question of legacy. Yellowstone's popularity has spawned a franchise that includes 1883, 1923, and other planned projects. Each of these spin-offs has expanded the Dutton universe in meaningful ways, exploring different eras and facets of the family's history. The Beth and Rip spin-off, however, represents a departure. Instead of expanding the universe, it risks narrowing it, focusing on a storyline that's already been extensively explored.